Alright, good evening everyone and welcome to Ragnarok Stars 2023, the GGH Playoffs. We are your casters for tonight. This is James.
And this is MG. Let's go!
Let's go indeed, MG. This is the finals of the GGH Playoffs. And let's introduce our teams that are competing in the finals tonight.
Yes, definitely. First on the left side, guys, we're gonna have the last nightmare, and our second team for the finals is gonna be Alpha.
Ooh, yes, and for Last Nightmare, they are recognized as one of the guilds with exceptional skill within the realm of Ragnarok Online. Last Nightmare Guild serves as a testament to the superiority of quality over quantity. They have emerged victorious in various Ragnarok tournaments and have gained the distinction of being the most esteemed amongst their peers.
Yes, and on the side of Alpha, of course, the introduction, there is a fantastic goal for their game, which is just play every game. That's the JPEG term for Alpha. And of course, Alpha is building a team with their old buddies. Of course, this is a veteran guild. Enjoying the journey together in Ragnarok Online is a great way to strengthen their bond and have fun while playing. By prioritizing teamwork and having a positive attitude, they be able to enhance their gameplay experience, achieve greater success in game, and collaborating with their team members. Communicating effectively and supporting each other's growth will be the key for this tournament. As they strive further for the Ragnarok Online Stars 2023, it's essential to focus on both individual skill development and team coordination. This can involve optimizing character builds, studying different strategies, and honing their teamwork in various game modes such as PvP, and the same time raids, and of course, guild activities. Alpha, let's
Yes,
go.
and of course, I wanted to introduce you all the Ragnarok Stars 2023. Ragnarok Stars 2023 will be a regional tournament which will be happening in October. Representatives from Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Philippines will be holding a competition in Jakarta, Indonesia. The overall champion will receive exclusive costumes and cash prize. And of course, tonight we are having the finals of the ROGGH playoff because the stakes are even higher in this tournament. As not only will this determine GGH strongest, this is also an opportunity to fight stronger opponents and to represent GGH in an even bigger event. And we already have our representatives for GGH, our two teams, Last Nightmare and Alpha.
Yes.
Wow.
And this is a
All
very
right.
exciting match. Again, we know last night where they started really strong on the start of the tournament, without any lose on their series.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time for Alpha, this is the comeback team that we saw
Mm-hmm.
on our last match, XYZ versus Alpha. They managed to bounce back on that
Mm-hmm.
0-2, and right now,
Yes.
yes,
Actually, Alpha won three straight games
mm-hmm.
against XYZ in the semifinals of this match, and coming back from a 0-2 deficit is going to be a something that they can brag about, right? Because it's kind of hard to bounce back from that one. Winning three consecutive games, changing up your strategy at the very last game to make sure you get that victory, to ensure that you have the right strategy to counter your opponent. And Alpha did just that. That's why they are here at the finals and they will be representing GGH in Ragnarok Stars 2023. And like what MG said a while ago, Last Nightmare, this is a very distinctive team. They haven't lost a single match so far in this tournament. Not
Yes.
a single one. Not a single game. All right. So this is going to be a very, very dangerous guild to encounter, and you really need to look forward to this match to know more about them and to see what they are capable of. And yeah, this is going to be an exciting match. I'm quite excited to see what will happen here because these are the two teams that will represent GGH. And wow, MG, what are your
Yes.
expectations for this match?
Well, again, I'm actually expecting a lot coming from last night here. I think this is the best time for them to experiment their strategies as well, because again, after this series,
Mm-hmm.
the guilds that they're gonna face is on the ROS teams now. right? So I think if they want to experiment and try to to do a different class, this is the perfect time. And right now, actually seeing a different class on their lineup. So they have the Warlock, they have the Archbishop, they have the Rune Knight, they have the Royal Guard, and instead of using for a Shadow Chaser, they opt in for a Guillotine Cross, and of course the mechanic.
Yes. All right, and round one has just begun. Alpha already used some of
Ooh,
their full throttles right here. Alpha just waiting for last nightmare to push
Cross
in.
Impact.
Last nightmare actually going in. Oh, Stacy is coming from Warlock of Alpha. Guillotine Fist
Oh,
taking one immediately from Last Nightmare. Last Nightmare Suicidal Destruction. They got hit, but no one will go down. But Alpha just wants to turn things around. Last Nightmare is going to get a slaughter right here as they didn't get the right position to deal with their opponents right now, but they still have their Sura. But that Sura got caught by that White Imprison. Royal Guard left on the side of Last Nightmare that can actually do something right now. Vacuums on the floor. Two players left for Last Nightmare. Can this Sura turn things around? Lex Eterna.
yes.
Exceed Break will take that Sura down. And we have that Royal Guard from Last Nightmare left as Alpha
Wow.
will be getting this first victory in the finals.
Wow, that was a really a good attempt last nightmare. I really like how aggressive they are. They're using that guillotine cross, landing that cross impact, but apparently the cross impact didn't do much damage on that mechanic. And a quick reaction coming from Alpha as well, that they actually casted that Ruwak immediately. They know for a fact that there's gonna be one guillotine cross will be roaming, and they might he might actually hit the back lane on the side of Alpha. But Alpha is really prepared on this one. I'm not sure if you saw that the level of concentration on the side of Alpha team is really on top for this game. So yeah, good game, well played on the side of Alpha. Very consistent on the pushing as well.
Yes, and actually Alpha just gave Last Nightmare their first loss here in this tournament.
Yeah,
And Last Nightmare just really got out position at that time.
yeah, that's
I
true.
can say. Last Nightmare, they just quickly went in. They didn't know where they are going to look at that time. As that suicidal destruction, they need to wait for that suicidal destruction to push in, right? But their Sura just went in for that guillotine fist to take one of the members of Last Nightmare down immediately. And that suicidal destruction followed. Then Alpha just went in with their attacks. Of course, Stasis got casted also to lessen the skills that Last Nightmare is going to bring to Alpha there in round number one.
Yes, that's actually a good approach coming from Alpha. One disable, move to another core target. One disable again, then move to another target. That's actually a really good game plan coming from Alpha. On the side of Last Nightmare, yes, I do understand the strategy there. They that quick envy, going for the mechanic. I think the mechanic is the wrong target for that one. They already exposed their wildcard class immediately. So that's why everybody on the side of Alpha reacted quickly. You have the Sura, which have the Ruwak. You have the Archbishop, which have the Ruwak as well. So two classes that can actually detect you instantly on that match is kind of dangerous. And again, Guillotine Cross is gonna be super easy pick off for the Sura on the side of Alpha. So I think if they want to pull off that GX on top of Alpha, I think they need to keep everyone busy on the side of Alpha, then hit the backlane immediately, like a surprise attack from that GX. Because again,
Yeah,
if
so
yeah,
yeah, I think that Guillotine Cross needs to target a member not really covered by that devotion or that sacrifice of that paladin or that royal guard rather.
that's true.
Um, yeah, because Guillotine Cross is you can say kind of like a very wild card class. It's going to be a hit or miss depending on who you target. So in that case, Stasis or that Warlock coming from Alpha just went in. It could have been the right moment for that Guillotine Cross to actually attack. But like what we said earlier, right? Um, that Guillotine Cross, I think he's the first one who got eliminated. He went in first
Yes.
and he got attacked by that Sura of Alpha at the start of the match. So really, they really need to position themselves in a very nice location, in a very nice spot, so that they can counter what their opponent is going to do. But Alpha just burned their full throttle in round number one.
Yes.
I'm not really sure who are the characters that used that full throttle, but some of them used it. All right,
Yes.
some of them used it.
Well, again, I think Alpha right now is just setting the tempo for their
Mm-hmm.
team, right? Having that first win will can actually set you a good a good mood for the succeeding rounds for this one. Again, Alpha. I mean, I think that's a good call, burning out that full throttle.
Mm-hmm.
If that full throttle can give them like 110% confidence to defeat last night, with by all means they can
Mm-hmm.
use it, right? It's all about committing the right skill on the right time as well. And I think on the side of Alpha for that shot caller, I think that's the right time for him to pull it off. And as you can see, a good transition from one player guillotine cross down into a full sweep on the side of Last Nightmare. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a good call on the side of Alpha.
Yes, and we are going to see what will happen here in round number two as teams are preparing their lineups to counter their opponents, and it's all about the match is half preparation and half execution, right? So you
Yes.
need to prepare your characters well. You need to prepare that the skills that you use well in order for you to counter your opponent, and it's all in the mind games as well. If you're going to use such a wild card class like a guillotine cross, you need to you need your lineup to go along with it in
Yes.
order for it to push through. And committing that guillotine cross into your lineup is going to be a very glass build or glass lineup, but it can work, right? It can work, but you really need to execute it well.
Yes.
And for the side of Alpha, I think here for round number two, they just need to play it a little bit more safe. Again, they don't want to commit that much. If they caught Last Nightmare in round number one, I'm pretty sure Last Nightmare has some plans and they are ready come round number two.
Yeah.
And they won't make the same mistake twice. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure about that. And they have prepared strategies to counter their opponents. That's why we are here right now. That's why they are here right now in the
Yes.
finals because they know how to counter their opponents. They know which characters to use and what skills they are capable of in dealing those deadly damage and supporting their teammates.
Yes, I highly agree on that one. Again, you mentioned about adjustment, right? Knowing Last Nightmare, they're very capable on adjusting their lineup. Not only the lineup, maybe the strats as well. Again, they put a guillotine cross in their lineup, so Alpha is very aware that they must pull off those Ruwaks up and running majority of the
Mm-hmm.
time. So they cannot move out from the team. So basically, Alpha will basically compress for the next round in order for them to get that Ruwak range within their periphery. Because again, if you're gonna be out of the range on the main ball, for example, for your main group, that guillotine cross can actually pick you off. We actually saw that on the mechanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mechanic is very outpositioned on the first part, but again, the cross impact didn't landed that well. That's why the mechanic is still alive. So yeah, I think Alpha on this one, they will. I agree. They will play safe. They might compress on this one. The moment that they compress, that's gonna be a good placement or moment for Last Nightmare to land that suicidal destruction or Curse Circle suicidal destruction. Then
Mm-hmm.
for those players who was actually outside of that stack, that's where the guillotine cross will go in and get him
Mm-hmm.
out of the way.
Well, let's see what will happen here in round number two. As we
Yes.
are going to be heading on to the starting point in just a bit. We already set up our predictions. I'm pretty sure Last Nightmare here, they
Yeah.
might go for the aggressive play come round number two. If
Yes.
Alpha is going to settle back a little bit, if they're going to play it a little bit defensive, of course they need to wait for the right opportunity to take down Last Nightmare. I'm pretty sure here in round number 2, Last Nightmare has different plans. They might go for that quick push and attack their opponents quickly.
Yes, I agree on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Again, adjustments are gonna be adjustments for Last Nightmare. I'm not sure if they're gonna adjust their lineup, or
Mm-hmm.
are they gonna adjust within that circle of that guillotine cross. So it's gonna be tough for Last Nightmare. Again, they're down um 0-1 for Alpha. They don't have that that extra life anymore for this one to experiment. So if they want to tie it up, they need to pull off those strategies to
Mm-hmm.
counter Alpha immediately.
Yes, and let's see what will happen here. Round number 2, MG. Let's move on to the starting point.
Yeah.
What is going to be the strategy for these teams right now? I think
Yes.
Alpha, what can you see on their side, MG?
Yes, on the Alpha side, I think there's no adjustment. They still have the Royal Guard, they have the Warlock, they have the Rune Knight, they have the Mechanic, Archbishop, Sura, and of course the Shadow Chaser.
Oh, I think they changed their lineup right now.
Yeah.
They went for that Shadow Chaser instead of that Warlock. So we've seen this happen in the semifinals, right? When they battled against XYZ. They were losing with that Warlock in their lineup, but they changed it into a Shadow Chaser. And they actually won three matches in a row, 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
So right now they are going to use that Shadow Chaser once again. Let's see if this will be the difference that they can take round number 2 as well, or will Last Nightmare's adjustment be something different here and take down Alpha here in round number 2. Let's see what will happen. MG, round number 2 has
Let's
just
go.
begun.
Here we go, guys. Okay, so right now, guys, Alpha is moving on the north side, guys, fronting that
Ooh.
Mechanic. So quick invis there, guys. Two teams have that invis right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're trying to position their group right now properly. So no engagement yet, but right
Oh.
now everyone is searching
Uh-huh.
for a target here. So Shadow Chaser on the side of Alpha is
Oh,
moving on the
okay.
north
Warlock
side.
actually went in. No,
Okay, okay,
Suicide
one down.
Destruction.
Okay,
Critical
guilty
Guilty
fist.
Fist once again
What?
by Alpha. Just taking down one member of Last Nightmare there. And now the Sorcerer of Last Nightmare is actually just harassing getting harassed by the members of Alpha right here. But Last
Yes.
Nightmare Sorcerer still alive in the battle, as well as that Rune Knight. Rune Knight of Last Nightmare actually taking players down.
Yeah.
And let's see what will happen here. Last Nightmare, Rune Knight, they are scattered. They are searching for each other right now. Alpha still has 3 members here. I can see their Shadow Chaser, Rune Knight, and Sorcerer still in the battle.
Yes, I think Alpha right now has a good advantage on this one. They
Mm-hmm.
have few
Last
utility
Nightmare.
classes, Dispel,
Ooh,
Vacuums.
Dispelled.
Okay, here we go. Criticals.
There's a spider web, of course. That Rune Knight of Last Nightmare is going to be at a
Oh!
disadvantage, as
What?
that Rune Knight of Alpha taking that Rune Knight of Last Nightmare down.
Wow, that was a really quick damage there coming from the Runate. Again, the meta, the critical meta for this tournament is really good. It's working. Wow.
Mhm. And actually, they were really scattered here in round number 2. They just battled in, you could say, all sides of the map. As Alpha will be taking round number 2 here in this match.
Wow. Wow. Alpha starting the matches really strong.
Mhm.
Having those quick decision making, like sudden shift of class lineup as well. A good
Mhm.
call there. That's really nice. Wow.
Actually, I can say that what Alpha is doing is eliminating one member immediately coming from Last Nightmare. Again, that Guillotine Fist immediately to take down one member of Last Nightmare.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem that happened here. I think Last Nightmare lost their Sura because of that Guillotine Fist. And that Sura of Alpha is not going for that Gates of Hell or any other skill. He's just going purely for that Guillotine Fist to secure a kill immediately for their side. But let's not count down, or let's not take down the Rune Knight of Last Nightmare. That Rune Knight of Last
Yes.
Nightmare also eliminated players from Alpha right there.
Yes.
But because of this disadvantage in numbers, when it came to the last few minutes of the match, it was a 3 versus 1 battle.
Yes,
Alpha,
exactly.
3 members of Alpha versus that last member of Last Nightmare, which is the Rune Knight. The spells went off. Of course, the Shadow Chaser is also there on the side of Alpha. Strips and Masquerades will go off as well. It's it's a pretty difficult situation for that Rune Knight to actually make a comeback right there.
Yes, that's actually true. Again, a good exchange of damages there. Again,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I mean, despite of having a good place, good positioning on the side of Last Nightmare, I think Last Nightmare actually saw the first opening, right, when the game started. They have that quick opening, but apparently that Sura got counter initiated by Alpha. Alpha from there, they tried to pick one character, then snowball from the rest. They tried to lure out, or they tried to move few players away, like the Rune Knight. They tried to drag that Rune Knight away from the main battle, while their core team destroys every member of Last Nightmare on the south side. Then from there, they actually regroup. We saw a quick regroup on the north side. Last 3 players, they recognize that they have the upper hand because they have 2 utility classes, the Shadow Chaser and the Warlock, plus the damage dealer of Alpha, which is the Rune Knight, if I'm not mistaken. And from there, it's like a perfect movement coming from Alpha. They know, they understand basically what's happening on the game. So a good call there
Yes.
from Alpha.
And Alpha is already leading this match. They are already at match point with
Yes.
2 victories in their name right now. Now, Last Nightmare needs to do what Alpha did last week. They need to win 3 games in a row to secure this victory in the finals. But MG, let's talk about what the winning team will be able to get if they win here in the finals of the GGH playoffs.
Yes, I really like what they're gonna get on this one. So, um, for the winning team, they can actually select one sealed card from the list that we have, and at the same time, additionally, the leader of the winning team will also receive the Angeling card and the Maya Purple card. Wow.
Yes, actually, I'm gonna mention the sealed
Yeah, yeah.
cards that the winning team will be able to choose from. It's going to be a sealed Dracula card, Gloom Under Night, Dark Lord, Pharaoh, Orc Hero, Stormy Knight, Lady Tani, Orc Lord, Edga, White Lady, Baphomet, Maya, Turtle General, Moonlight Flower, Randgris, Drake, Fallen Bishop, and Cthulhu's card. Alright, so the winning team would be able to choose one card from this list.
Wow.
And like what MG mentioned, the leader of the winning team will be able to receive that Angeling card and Maya
Maya
Purple card.
Yes.
Alright, those things that will be able to make them a lot stronger in ROGGH.
Yes.
And wow, they're already representing ROGGH here in Ragnarok Stars 2023. And right now, I'm pretty sure they are calculating in their mind what they need to do to win Ragnarok Stars 2023 as well. But of course, we are still here at the GGH playoffs.
Yes.
Again, Alpha is leading 2-0 against Last Nightmare right here. Last Nightmare needs to catch up. They need to re-strategize. Maybe they need to play together. They need to watch out for that Sura, so that that Sura won't be able to cast that Guillotine Fist immediately and eliminate them. And
Yes.
they really need to strategize quickly in this match for them to, take care of the this battle. Again, Alpha changed their lineup. I think from Warlock to Shadow Chaser.
Yep.
Round number 1, they used that Warlock. Round number 2, they went for that Shadow Chaser. I'm not sure how many full throttles have been committed from on the side of Alpha, but I can say they got stronger compared to last week against
Exactly.
XYZ.
Yes, I agree on that one. I think Alpha managed to get that feel on the battlefield because again,
Mm-hmm.
their last match is just recently, right? On the side of the last nightmare, it was like few weeks ago. So I think they have that confidence still from their previous matches,
Mm-hmm.
right? And yes, I agree on the full throttle. The full throttle actually pulled a really good string on them to
Mm-hmm.
punish last nightmare. But again, last nightmare still have that full throttle. And again, we're talking about veteran members of Ragnarok GGH. Last nightmare, knowing them, definitely they have something that to pull there outside of the
I'm pretty
battlefield.
sure
Yeah,
they have something in mind
yeah.
to
Last
take
night,
care of the battle right
yes,
here. Of course, they might be trying out different strategies in this match to see what works best
true.
against this kind of lineup.
Yes. So I think that's why I think last nightmare is actually mixing up things, trying to re-strategize. And again, right now this is the third round, and if I'm on the shoes of last nightmares, well, I would really experiment. I would really try different things before the official ROS or the official tournament in Indonesia,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think this is the perfect time to showcase those strats because again, you're not just playing for the seal cards. You're not just playing those Angeling and Maya Purple. You're also playing um for your for your
For your
guild that
team,
yeah
yeah,
for
for
your
your
team
team.
and to get stronger for that preparation for the ROS in Indonesia. So I think last nightmare is just doing fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as possible, if I'm on their shoes, just try it out. Then on the day of the tournament of for the ROS, you pull it everything. Yeah, you pull their everything. So yeah,
Yes. And that's why we are not at the other side of the camera, NG. Because we're not there. We're not strong enough to compete here
yeah.
in this
I
match.
wish. Let's go.
We can only wish. Let's wish these our teams for the best
Yeah,
here and
definitely.
the competitors for the ROGGH players right here in the finals. And of course, Alpha is one victory away from winning this whole thing, from winning the GGH playoffs. And again, this is only a best of 5 series against between Last Nightmare and Alpha. Last Nightmare needs to catch up. So I'm not sure what strategy they have in mind right now to counter what Alpha is going to do. But I'm pretty sure they are preparing something. We might see a a quick front slide coming from that mechanic. We might see a different class that they will use, and they can surprise us with whatever they have planned right now.
Yes. And at the same time, knowing Last Nightmare, they have a good placement on every tournament that we have previously, right? So definitely they can they still have those strategies on this one. Maybe they don't want to show it. Maybe they're gonna show it. Who knows? But again, knowing them, they're one of the best right now in Ragnarok GGH. So I believe on what type of strategies are they gonna pull for this one. So yeah,
Let's see what will happen as. Gosh, MG, I'm really excited here for round number 3.
yeah,
Alpha.
true.
I can see their side preparing themselves, moving quickly and making sure they have the right buffs to deal with their opponents right here in round number 3. Last Nightmare as well. I think both teams are ready right now. Wow. I'm expecting a lot here in round number 3. Let's see what
Uh
will happen, MG.
yes, yes. But again, 100%. I'm betting that this is gonna be a round that will shock everyone. I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely,
I thought we
definitely.
were sure, but there's an
Yeah,
I think at
I
the
think.
end. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, let's see what will
Here we
happen
go,
here in round
boys.
number 3. Last Nightmare versus Alpha. Here we go.
Here we go,
Oh,
guys. Land protector.
Alpha's mechanic actually just scouting around with that neutral barrier. Frost Misty getting casted by a Warlock of Last Nightmare. Of course, Land Protector's on the floor right now. Mechanic of Light Last Nightmare is actually off stack, making sure he can target the members of Alpha right here. Safety walls on the floor as well to prevent that suicide destruction from hitting. But I can see land protector getting casted right here. Front slide. Oh, suicide destruction from Last Nightmare. And I'm not sure if it hit anyone right there. But Alpha is just going to be here and
Oh,
attack the members. They are going to stick together. That mechanic suicidal destruction
oh,
coming from Alpha. I believe that suicidal destruction took down one high-speed Kartam coming from the mechanic of Last Nightmare. Archbishop of Alpha getting targeted as well. Exceed breaks will go off targeting that Sura. Last Nightmare having a brawl with Alpha right now. But that Shadow Chaser of Alpha just disturbing the members of Last Nightmare while
oh, that
that mechanic
position.
of Last Nightmare is caught by that spider web. And Alpha eliminated that mechanic. Last Nightmare still has members left. They still have 4 players left right here. They have the Royal Guard, Sura, Professor, or Sorcerer, and Archbishop.
Yes.
And let's see
Ooh.
what they are going to do to turn things around. They still have enough DPS right
There
here.
we go.
Of course, a Diamond Dust getting casted right here.
Guilty fist.
Guillotine Fist! Oof.
Oh,
Did someone get hit right there? Seed breaks going off. Shadow Chaser getting targeted. Dispels will go off as well. Safety
Suri's
walls
gone.
on the floor. Guillotine Fist once again, but what a nice dodge right here. But I think that member of Last Nightmare got eliminated, or
Oh.
were they able to dodge that? But Exceed Breaks will get casted. Lex Eterna. And now I think
Oh.
the last member of Last Nightmare is that Royal
Oh.
Guard. But will get caught by that Guillotine Fist. No, they still have that Archbishop. I was wrong. Archbishop, the last member left of Last
Here we
Nightmare.
go.
City was Guillotine Fist
Oh.
to finish the match as Alpha is going to be our winners here in the GGH Playoffs.
Wow. That was a really good match. Again, a good movement there coming from Last Nightmare. Both Alpha as well. They actually tried to put pressure with that mechanic on Last Nightmare. They're actually using that as a decoy, while the entire forces of Alpha is repositioning on the side of Last Nightmare. And when that Suicidal Destruction pushed in on the side of Last Nightmare to Alpha, and that mechanic trying to pressure that Archbishop, I think he got left out there and got punched by Alpha. Then from there, Alpha knows that it's gonna be a 4v v6 scenario, so they are on the lead. That's why they just went in, snowballed. But again, good attempt from Last Nightmare, and Alpha staying strong, winning the entire match versus Last Nightmare.
Congratulations
Let's go.
to Alpha for winning the ROGGH playoff, and Alpha is our ROS 2023 GGH champion.
Let's go.
All right, congratulations once again to Alpha. GG, well played to Last Nightmare, but it's not yet done for these two teams, as
Yes.
these two teams will be representing GGH in Ragnarok Stars 2023. I think Last Nightmare is aiming for something bigger.
Yep.
They
Yep.
want to compete in a bigger stage. They need to prepare for a bigger stage right now. And that's ROS 2023, which will be happening in October in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What a match that was. Again, like I told you, Alpha just got stronger and stronger.
Yes.
Last week, they got beat 0-2. Then they made a comeback. 3 straight wins there in the semifinals. And right now, here in the finals against Last Nightmare, they won 3 rounds in a row.
Yes.
Congratulations once again to Alpha for winning the GGH playoffs and Last Nightmare. We hope to see more of you, and gosh,
Yes.
I'm
actually
excited to
Yeah,
see what will
excited.
happen in ROS 2020 Ragnarok Stars 2023. And MG, that's it for the GGH playoffs. What can you say about our teams who competed here in ROGGH playoffs?
Yes. To be honest, everyone did an awesome job starting from our day 1, day 2, and now the finals. Like, everyone did their research. I really appreciate it, and I want to commend everyone as well, because having that 130 to 170 leap of for that leap, is a no joke because again, the item adjustments, the skills, the metas as well is technically like a brand new one. So I just want to commend all the commanders, all the players as well on the team that you guys did very well on this one. And for Last Nightmare and Alpha, dude, come on, let's go. Let's have a good placement on the ROS, guys. We're rooting for you guys, and hopefully we can hit the championship for GGH.
Yes. And yes. Let's actually read some of our comments right here. GGH number one said Harry.
Yeah.
And yeah, some congratulations to Alpha right here. And congrats Alpha. Oh, okay. So congrats Alpha. Okay. That's what everyone is saying right now.
Yeah.
But again, that's it for the ROGGH or ROS 2023 GGH playoffs. We'll see both of these teams again in Ragnarok Stars 2023. And yeah, it's been an honor to be casting the whole series along with MG. And yeah, that's it for the GGH playoffs. Once again, we are your casters. This is James.
And this is MG.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.